What is going on, people? What is going on? This is your man, Six Man K Styles, and we are kicking off the KS Chronicles here. So, like I said, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, share, and subscribe to Six Man K Styles. Now, before we get this started, I want to definitely send my condolences to the Barrett family. He had recently lost his daughter in a drowning incident. So I just want to go ahead and get that out the way and send RIPs and make sure that they are doing all right. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the topic that I want to get into today, and that is why Bijan Robinson may be a bigger blessing in disguise than we first realized it. Now, I will sit here and I will eat my crow and admit that I was a little apprehensive as far as this pick. Like you said, especially with Tyler Algier, and giving shouts out to him for definitely holding it down in a point in the season where the Falcons really needed it. But as I talked it over with my Unholy Alliance family, and we've kind of come to the conclusion that this may be a great pickup after all, as far as not only it gives another big time playmaker for this offense in Desmond Ridder, but we also came into another conclusion that this may be more financially beneficial to the Atlanta Falcons than a lot of people are talking about. And the reason why I am saying this is, if you look at the running back market, it is one of the mid-level to cheaper markets as far as salaries and money. Definitely is a, how should I say, a point of emphasis that this regime has definitely took into account. And another beneficiary of this pick is two guys, and that is Desmond Ridder and Tyler Algier. Now, as we know about Bijan Robinson, Arthur Smith made a couple comments after that initial draft pick, 8th overall, and he had described the two running backs as far as their break tackle ability, and they pretty much said that Robinson was a low balance kind of guy, and he described Tyler Algier as a sledgehammer, which lets me know, people, I think this means that, just in my personal opinion, it's possibly like Tyler Algier may take over that role that Cordero Patterson played for him last season, which was the red zone back. I repeat, Tyler Algier may not be phased out this offense as I initially thought. As we look at the market as far as these running backs, the top earner right now is Christian McCaffrey at $16 million. Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier can definitely be that 1-2 combo, at least for the next 3 years. It gives Desmond Ridder the opportunity to manage the game, and it gives the necessary pieces around him to be able to excel in that role. Now, are we saying that it's going to be a 50-50 shot as far as these two running backs? No, because you still have to incorporate Cordero Patterson in the run game. Little inklings here and there, but it won't necessarily put him in a position where he will be able to wear down later in the season, just because he is 32 years old. Now, as I look back at Bijan Robinson's time at Texas and look back at some of the games that he had, they kind of run a similar offense down in Texas. Now, as we already know, Steve Sarkisian does still have those ties to the Atlanta Falcons. They necessarily run that read option just a smidge bit, and were able to use their two running backs in Bijan Robinson and Roschon Johnson. I hope I said that name right. So it definitely comes off as the transition period, the transition time from Bijan Robinson going to Texas to Atlanta may be a smoother transition. Now, I know I've been seeing a lot of people that are still kind of down and kind of disapproval of this pick. And for all purpose, like I said, everybody is entitled to think that. But the problem that I'm seeing here is we have a sector of Falcon fans that are not only down in this pick, but down in this franchise for the simple fact that they, quote unquote, are not looking to draft, quote unquote, Georgia players. And if you go all over Twitter, you go to Facebook, and you see this, it's sad when you really think about it. As I come into accepting this draft pick, like you say, it gives the offense a lot of options. It gives them a lot of ways to attack defenses out here. And as we already know, Arthur Smith has brought in, especially coming from last year, a run heavy type of offense. But now you have legitimately two backs that can take the load off of everybody. And this is where that benefit and this is where that blessing comes into. Because now, while having Desmond Ridder able to manage the game and get the ball to these playmakers, it makes his value more manageable within the next few years. So you're not expecting him to go out here and try to live up to superior MVP numbers and out here trying to win the game. Like I said, his role is to manage the game. And like I said, I definitely see Bijan Robinson having such an impact that it will give the defenses the necessary rest as far as the offense being able to control the clock and be able to execute higher percentages on those third downs. And that would give the defense the necessary rest to come out, do their thing, and being able to get this ball back to this offense without getting worn down, which was a definite issue that we have seen from previous Falcons defenses, even going back to 2013, if you want to be honest with you. But definitely this NFL draft has been as exciting of a process I think we've seen in a long time, because nobody knew. Everybody had their own speculations, and as we always say over here, Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot ain't shit, and we love it because they didn't expose their hand until the very last minute. Now, what would be my expectations for this particular draft pick? Like I said, it just brings a whole different dynamic. And Falcon fans, we may see a lot more read option with this offense for Desmond Ridder for this upcoming season than we saw the last 4 games. So, like I said, let's all go around here. Let's be patient. Let's take it for a grain of salt. And, hey, let's just have fun today, man. Like you said, the Falcon fans that's going to stand up, the Falcon fans that's going to ride with it, hey, man, it's just a good time to be a Falcon fan. And the other thing that Bijan Robinson has definitely brought to this team is the notoriety. Like you said, a lot more people are starting to talk about the Falcons throughout the year. You got a guy that is not only marketable, but like you said, it's just going to put more butts in the seat. And like I said, I'm not going to say I hate to admit it, but I have come around to accept it because it is the reality. And, hey, like you said, I definitely just wanted to get this out of my head. I wanted to go ahead and speak about it just a little bit. Just make sure y'all go ahead and leave that like button. Let me know what y'all take on this KS Chronicle series that I am kicking back off. And definitely make sure you tune in to Cooler Talk Monday tonight, while we will speak on our grades as far as this NFL draft. What are our expectations on some of these picks? And like I said, basically how we feel about the regime of Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot so far. So, like I said, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you go ahead and share this. And until next time, people, as we always say on the live shows, we ain't here to play. We here to stay. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Deuces.